Hello and welcome back to the Gazelle Lab. This is Anthony. Today we have the Sony Ericsson Elm, which is part of the GreenHeart range of mobile phones produced by Sony Ericsson. And pretty much this is sort of like their green initiative for their mobile phones. Everything's made from recycled materials. The GreenHeart project, they say by 2015, should reduce CO2 emissions by 20%, and that's their whole purpose with this line of phones. There's also another one which has a slide form factor, but today we're going to focus on the Elm. It's the J10i2. So we can take a look at this. Let's start with an unboxing. So we can see everything here is made from recyclable materials, even this little holster right here. The phone is a pretty cool design. We'll get to that in a sec. This phone actually got named by O2 in UK the most sustainable handset of the year, which back in August it got a 4.3 out of 5, and it beat out every phone for its green credentials. Here's the battery too. It comes in like a little piece of recycled paper, which is pretty cool. Just yank this off. Here's the battery. Then all of a sudden you got a manual, a headset, and the charger, and an adapter. So let's pop this in. So here's the phone right here. Let me just put the battery in right here. To remove the cover, there's a little gap right there. You can stick your fingernail in. Just pop that off. In a second. There we go, it's off. Pop a SIM in. This is unlocked. GSM. And then we'll stick the battery back in there. And to put the cover back in, put the bottom in first. And then just click it down. It should snap right in. So that's pretty much it. Then it will power on. So let's get into some of these specs. It's a quad band GSM phone. It's got 3G support, but only for Europe at HSDPA 2100. It's 110 by 45 by 14, so it's pretty slim. It does have a nice I like the cool curved display right here. The curved back, I mean. So, and it's pretty pocket friendly. It's nice size. This is the camera button, so it does have a dedicated camera button. And like all Sony Ericsson, the camera is pretty good. The only thing it still uses, it doesn't use a standard USB. It uses Sony Ericsson, like that two-prong Sony Ericsson port, which most of the new ones use micro USB. So that's one downside of the phone, I think. Other than that, it's pretty standard. You don't really see too many phones with keypads anymore. Everything's moving to touchscreen. But this has a really nice layout, a nice feel to it. It doesn't feel, let me just get out of this menu. It doesn't feel that cheap. You know, it's got nice solid buttons. Everything feels pretty good on it. So back to some of the specs. It does, for this little phone, it does have an accelerometer, 240 by 320, 2.2 inch display, which is nice. Here the volume rocker buttons on the side here as well. And then your call and end call shortcut key. And then this is your directional pad, which you can assign different shortcuts to, and the select in the middle, which also take you into the menu. It's got the classic Sony Ericsson software that we see in pretty much all their non-Android phones. So nothing too fancy over here. I'll get into the camera and the GPS functions in a second. So it does have it doesn't have a secondary video camera, but it does have the 5 megapixel camera on the back, and it has a nice finish on the back as well. Like I said, it's not really metallic, it's plastic, but it gives that metallic look, so it's a pretty good phone. Let's just get into the camera real quick and take a picture. I'll show you the camera, which is pretty nice. I'll just grab these keys. Okay, so, and like also there's a bunch of settings in these things. They're more like cameras. So there you go. It's a pretty decent picture for a phone of this value. Like I said, it's unlocked. It's only $200 unlocked right now. So it's a pretty affordable price. Like I said, it does have GPS, but it uses a system called Wise Pilot, which is, it's really good GPS. The only thing is it costs money after your trial's done. You know, so it does have Google Maps, but if you want navigation, you have to use the Wise Pilot. Like I said, it's not bad. It's not necessarily free. So there's, you can see the Wise Pilot booting up. It's pretty good. So the voice quality when making calls on this phone is amazing. It's got really good voice quality. So let me just get out of here for a second. Exit. Yeah, so the voice quality is great, and it does do like I said, the video it only shoots VGA video at 30 frames per second, so it's not the greatest video. But like I said, for what you're getting, this is more phone aimed at someone looking for something simple, something pocket friendly, something affordable, and at the same time you're taking into consideration Sony Ericsson's green initiatives. So if you want to do something like that's eco-friendly, something green, this is probably the best phone on the market within that area. Thanks for joining me on the Gazelle Lab. This is Anthony. Bye.